As a little kid, I hated and despised reading. I mean, till this day, I enjoy it now more. But back then, I just avoided it like the plague, like COVID-19. Um, like I remember, um, coming up with a lot of excuses. My mom trying to bribe me with stuff. Sometimes even my teachers. Uh, Sometimes I would, during class in elementary school, I would hide between my classmates, so that way I just be picked on the last to read out loud. Cause like I even like don't sound good reading out loud to this day, but I enjoy reading now. Back then, I was just like nada. Um, my mom would try was not having any of my shenanigans, and obviously because she was trying to do the best for me, so she would often try to bribe me with like buying me Pokemon cards and like stuff to actually get me to read. Teachers would sometimes very rare would have prizes for me because I just, like I said, no, I didn't like it. One day I was actually lucky enough to get um, tickets to a football game, which I didn't enjoy for two reasons. One, I don't like sports. Uh, Two, I got sick halfway through and ended up having to leave. So there went that. And pretty much was like that in high school. Oh, I used to wear glasses. I would leave them at home. There was I three times that I actually lost them on purpose because I hated wearing them. I was only not self conscious about it, but it's just like I knew that was one of the reasons that they were trying to make me read, because I was like, oh, you have glasses, you have no excuse not to read. Um, it was not till like senior year where I met my teacher, uh, Miss Richards. Actually, she's one of my favorite teachers till this day. She actually sat me down and had like a small survey with me. She's like, "Oh, what do you like to do? What do you like to watch?" And I just tried to get to know me based on those small questions. Went to the back and got a book. Actually, one of the books from the series, Pendragon. Um, she's like, "Try this. If you don't like it, we'll try something else. But give this a try." I sat down in her class, I read the first chapter, and then I went home and I just continued reading and going through all of it. I could not put that book down. It was just so good. That's when I realized that I actually like reading novels of fiction. And it was actually really fun. Even though I tried reading Harry Potter before, but it's just, I don't know, too long. Um, I came back the next class and I was like, I actually liked it. This was really good. I couldn't put it down. End of story. But like it was the only book that she had that I liked. Following class again, she's like, I come in, she's like, "Hey Brian, I have a surprise for you." It's like, "What is it?" Comes, and she's like, "Can you go to the back?" She goes, I go to the back and I see on her desk laid out the entire Pendragon series. This is just 3 books, but it's a total of 10 books, all of them. Super happy. I went through most of the books before I even graduated. um, that's when I actually learned. I actually enjoyed how to read because of that. She I was actually reading. She was actually able to go through like what to look for, like foreshadowing and stuff like that in books. So it was super fun. And one day I even like dared like write one of my favorite authors. Here's another book from Rainbow Boys. Um, by Alex Sanchez. Another author that I like. I wrote him and I was like, "Hey, I really like your work. Is it possible to actually get a signed copy from you?" Like, I mean, I'm not expecting a yes, but actually he wrote me back and he said yes, absolutely. And I have one of my favorite authors' books, My Prized Treasure, right here, and I'm just glad I'm actually able to enjoy literature nowadays. I thank Miss Richards for everything, and like it's just super fun. Well, not as fun, but like I enjoy a lot, and I definitely have a couple books in queue to read. Um, that I'm looking forward to.